This place is literally so massive. Oh my god. I was on a road trip going down south, and one of the days I'd be stopping by Memphis. The night before I went to Memphis, I was looking online to see if there's anything cool in the city I could go check out on the way. And one of the first things that popped up was the pyramid. But not like an Egyptian pyramid, this was the Bass Pro Shops pyramid, the 10th largest in the world. When I zoomed in on Google Maps, I was immediately blown away by this place and knew the next morning I had to come see it. So this is what that video is, me exploring the Bass Pro Pyramid to figure out what's hidden inside here and learn some of the lore behind it. Oh, and stick around to the end of the video if you want to see me explore Mississippi's highest point, known as Woodall Mountain. Anyways, let's go check out the pyramid. So this place wasn't always a Bass Pro Shops pyramid. It was actually built in 1991 by the city of Memphis in Shelby County and was a 20,000 seat arena and had a bunch of different events in it. It also hosted the NBA team Memphis Grizzlies for a little bit and the local college basketball team, but eventually those kind of stopped as the Memphis Grizzlies moved to a better arena just across town, and the pyramid pretty much sat dormant from 2007 to 2015 when the Bass Pro Shops moved into here and basically took over the entire pyramid and made it their own store. They say this right here is the world's highest freestanding elevator, which I actually do go up later in the video, so you'll see that. There's a Mark Wahlberg style burger shop, which is here, and it's kind of cool. I didn't get a video of it, but there's actually a bowling alley back there, and there's actually a lodge that I'll show you later in the video. But there was Mark Wahlberg there, just kind of looking out on the really cool scenery in here. It gives me like a cool shipwreck kind of vibe. And this place was really fun to explore because there's a lot of like back rooms and hallways you can go down that lead to the most random places. I thought this would lead somewhere cool, but it was just a door that was inaccessible, sadly. There's also so many animals, like fish in here, and then there's a bunch of taxidermied animals like bears and then all sorts of deer and elk. And if you've ever been to a Bass Pro Shops, you kind of know the vibe, but these things are all over. And there's actually like 2 floors of this place, and upstairs there's a lot more stuff. There's a whole section with archery, and there's a bunch of like mini games up there. Here's a bunch of bows, and there's a bunch of crossbows also. There are a bunch of guns as well, but didn't want to show those in the video exactly. But there was a whole lot of those, and there were some that were like $3,800, which is wild. There's also a bunch of tents. This thing was only $60. These are just some of the average views you get in here, and you kind of forget you're in a pyramid sometimes until you look up and see that the entire place is like going straight up to the top there. So I was wondering what was even up there. I ended up buying this Cabela's hat, and there's a bunch of cool camo gear that is way out of my price range, but would be really cool to get one day for the channel to make a video for. There's a bunch of duck hunting exhibits here, and just a bunch of history on fishing and a bunch of stuff. There's even these really odd sandals that I almost got. I don't know, let me know if I should go back and get these. There's a bunch of little games like these that are pretty fun to play if you've ever been to a Bass Pro Shop and played those before. Here's more of like the shipwreck vibe that I'm talking about. It's super cool. Then I finally went up the elevator, and there's a guy that just talks the entire time as you're going up. So I'll let you listen to a little bit of that.
Should we do it? Not knowing how to answer, he finally said, I'll make it easy. If we catch a catfish over 30 pounds, we'll put a Bass Pro inside. Well, guess what? Johnny screamed out, it's a deal, we're gonna do it. Johnny started making plans on turning this place into an outdoorsman playground. A good fish story, huh? Well,
so I'll save you the pain of listening to that entire thing. He yaps the entire way up, but basically he's just telling the story of how he converted this place from the Memphis Pyramid to the Bass Pro Pyramid by catching a big fish. I don't know, but there's a really cool view up top. You get 2 separate views of Memphis and Mississippi River, and there's also an entire restaurant up here. I will say it does cost $8 to go up the elevator. This is so freaking bizarre. Oh my gosh, you can see straight down actually. There's the Mississippi River there. That's the bridge I came across, and this pyramid just like almost dwarfs everything in the skyline. It's so cool. There's also like a restaurant up here, which is really cool. I wish I had time to eat here. This thing is really steep too. Like If you slid down this, it would go so fast. Just intrusive thoughts, I guess. Here's a decent view of the Memphis skyline here, but over there is where the FedEx Forum is, where the Memphis Grizzlies now play. And you also get an amazing view of the Mississippi River here and some little islands on it. But then I went back down the elevator to check out the rest of the store. Also a bunch of live animals there, like I said earlier. A bunch of really random food in this general store, so I ended up picking up a couple things. There were these really big Smarties and a lot of candy in this place. Then I ended up getting these fried pork rinds, which are actually pretty good. And then I got Uncle Buck's cotton candy. I didn't even know what pork rinds were until I looked it up, and I was kind of shocked, but you know what? They tasted fine, so it's all good. Oh yeah, there's the lodge and hotel that you can stay at. It looks pretty expensive, so I did not end up staying there, but maybe one day in the future I will. And from there, I took the about 2.5 hour drive to Mississippi's highest point, Woodall Mountain. Welcome to Woodall Mountain, the highest point in Mississippi. Let's go. So Woodall Mountain is in the northeast part of the state. It stands at 806 feet high, and it's near the town of Iuka. Basically, there's one gravel road that you can drive up to the entire top of the mountain, and there's like a little plaque up there. But for some reason, I got like weird vibes going up here. That is kind of creepy. So you can pretty much just drive up to the very top of this place. So one of the easier state high points to get to, but it is pretty cool. I started getting paranoid because there was a car that followed me up here but never got out of their car and just stood there. So I just recorded real quick and headed out. Oh yeah, there's also a little booklet you can write your name in. As I was pulling out this pamphlet, saw Chicago Geographer. That's so cool. Shout out Chicago Geographer. I watch your channel, bro. Good. Yeah, let's sign it. Okay, we stamped our legacy on Woodall Mountain. So if you're in the state of Mississippi, good luck being higher than me right now.